Yo, this is Joe Young, AKA Mensa. I'm a rapper from planet Earth and currently in this body to talk to you.
I'm a motherfucking G like my man G Malone, puffin' on that green. Got a nigga in the zone, leaving girl at the crib, cause a nigga tryna bone. She here with me till 6 in the morning. I'ma send her back, she don't know how to act. Don't trust these hoes, that's a motherfucking fact. Just put 6 dudes on my brand new shoes. Gonna bone me wrong, gonna end up on the news. It be like that, we don't play no games. You lying for the gram, that's a goddamn shame. Been doing this for years, no smut on my name. Fake niggas missing, well charged to the game.
It started at an early age. Me and my brother, I got an older brother. He got acquainted with rapping, and he brought all the old Diddy CDs and Tupac CDs, and we wasn't allowed to listen to it in the house because my dad, he's a pastor, he's a preacher. So we had to do it on the low and sneak in. Anything you have to do, that's sneaky, you find you attracted to it,
Right.
Because when my dad comes around, no, quick, put it away, you know what I'm saying? Things like that. So we was just at the house, and then we just went to the studio one day, and my brother rapped. He always rapped. Was more into fashion design at a young age, which I still am. And we had an agreement where we was like, yo, okay, my brother will be the rapper, I will be the clothing designer. That's the thing we had. So, but I went to the studio one day, and I remember I recited a Master P verse in the booth. A Master P verse in the booth. Okay. At 13 or 14, bro. You know what I'm saying? Master P, bro.
Right.
So I caught a liking. The verse was whack, of course. It was whack. But, it was my first, time, really being at a studio. It was a home recording studio, but it was set up nice, with the, the microphones and everything, all the analog stuff, no digital stuff. It's back in the day. So you really felt like you somebody special. You in the studio, guys looking at you, press and record. It was just a whole big experience. And then when we went home that day, I talked to my brother. I told him, yo, can we kind of renegotiate our little thing we had? And he was like, yeah, sure. I'm like, okay, let me rap too. And I will still do the clothing design thing. And he was like, okay, cool. So I'm going to just rap. So we formed a little, nothing major. We couldn't even do it around the house, no homo, because my mom and my dad wouldn't allow us to. So we just went outside and we just rapped on the playground. And I wasn't really the best rapper. I just had fun doing it, So at the end of the day, time went on. Me and my brother, we close to this day. I love him. But we just have different walks of life, He went into a different direction. He went back to school, but I stayed with the rap thing, but I still had to do the school thing too,
Right.
So years went on, I started as a party promoter. My professional career, I started as a party promoter. I had a club at the age of 18 or 19, I'm not sure, 18 or 19, I had my own club. And I started booking, acts, US acts to the club. And, that kind of rekindled my whole drive to try to rap. So the first artist I ever booked was later to become my mentor, Inspector Deck of the Wu-Tang Clan.
Okay.
That's the first artist I booked. And we actually sat down, we had a cool chat, and he told me, oh, you a cool dude, yo, you should, try to rap or whatever. I'm like, word? And yeah, just try. I'm like, okay, cool. I didn't even tell him I used to rap.
Right.
So he just approached me with that. I'm like, okay, cool. So I took that to heart. I had some money, and I told him, let's do a song, just do a verse for me. And he just did a verse for me, organically. And I picked up a deal at Sony Music for this single and my album. So yeah, that's when I had my start. That was my very first single with Inspector Deck of the Wu-Tang Clan, I Don't Want to Go Back. And rap always, you know, stayed like a passion and a hobby. It's not really too much business orientated for me, you know. It's more like therapy. So yeah, that's how I started rap.
We don't need no guns when the beef's over. Codes, the streets over. Trying to kill us all till the deal's over. Trying to see straight, trying to think sober. In the back of the black Rover. Louis loafers, all white chauffeurs, clear diamonds. I'm not tripping. I know where I'm going. Your president tripping, and I'm already knowing. Assassination, screaming for recreation. The declaration of entire nation. These my thoughts, and I'm patiently waiting. Scriptures, ancient, perfect balance. You never addressed to me nor a challenge. But I'ma need you for my balance. Because I'm balanced. For my balance.
How do I separate the two? Joe Young, Mensa is needed now because people need to know, if you know the history of Mansa Musa, he was like the richest black guy in history ever. And it's just important for me that people Google the name Mensa and not me. I just want people to find out what his story is, you know? He has a rich history. So for me, it will always be Joe Young, but Mensa is like just, you know, like an offspring, like conscious alter ego type thing, you know? Like I just, you know, my guy I used to work with in Cali, he told me about the opportunity to do a record with CeeLo Green because he was at the studio and they had a live band and everything there, because all the instrumentations on the song and whatnot, all live instrumentations. It's no digital things or whatever. It's just the song is really alive. So it kind of spoke to me, and I'm like, okay, just send me the sessions. You know, I'm gonna just, you know, get the paperwork done, and we're just gonna put this song together because it's needed. You know, because I just felt like things don't just come to me. You know, like it just came in that space where I'm at already right now. You know, it just greeted me there, you know? I mean, if you see the song, like I put out a song with Snoop and a Turkish rapper called Massacre like 3 or 4 months ago. Like that's a couple months ago. And we already had masks in the video. I already knew what was going to happen. So it's documented. You can already see it. And I was in Istanbul. I had shows and I had the mask on like way before it happened. And people always looked at me like, yo, what's wrong with him? Like, you know what I'm saying? And this mask I wear is the mask I had before everybody, you know? So this is a symbol for me to let people know, don't talk too much, just watch and do. That's what my symbol for the mask is. It's not about Corona or a marketing scheme, or I don't care about marketing schemes. I like masks, you know? I'm not a desperate rapper, bro. I rap, you know, it's a passion of mine. So we have a lot of dope records coming, man. We have songs with Quavo, with Jason Derulo, Young Thug, Spiff, my guy Spiff. These are all his records. We working on his project. I'm helping with the new Meth Lab 3 album. I kind of did help with the last Meth Lab 2 album. I'm on the album. I helped out with the videos, with the rollout. You know, I'm an A&R too. You know, I got an ear for music. You know, I just like to be at home in the whole culture, you know. And I design clothes. The shirt, the sweater I wear is a Wu Wear sweater. I designed it myself. It's very, you know, it's cool. So I'm just at home in the culture, bro. I don't really have no ego-driven agenda as of right now. Like, I don't have one. I'm Joe Young for real on Instagram, on Facebook. It's Gorilla Joe Young. I don't do the Twitter thing. It's too much Donald Trump stuff going on and too much misinformation, I must say. I'm really sorry to say it, but it's a lot of misinformation even about Donald Trump going on. It's an agenda. It's just an agenda. You know, it's a few people, you know, a few people surrounding the Antichrist. That's our word for it. Antichrist is our word for it. I don't know what it's really called, like anciently or whatever. I just know our word for it is Antichrist. So that's what we're up against right now. Yo, hi, my name is Joe Young. You just been buzzed.